The Detroit Lions bring a familiar face back to the active roster. Hello everyone, my name is Derek and welcome to Detroit Lions Syndicate. If you are new to this channel, we talk all things about the Detroit Lions and we make videos almost every day. So consider subscribing. We're almost at 6,200, hoping to get there by sometime this week, so I would appreciate that. The Detroit Lions bring back a familiar face and elevate him to the active roster. It's in the thumbnail, it's in the title. Yes, you read it right. Trinity Benson returns to the Detroit Lions. Now, for those of you who remember, Trinity Benson was acquired by the Detroit Lions from the Denver Broncos for a 5th and a 7th round pick. We in return got Trinity Benson and a 6th round pick in this year's upcoming draft. Trinity Benson never made the active roster and was waived or cut at the start of the 2022 NFL season. He then was claimed by the Denver Broncos. They put him back on their practice squad. With the plethora of injuries to our wide receivers, Trinity Benson now returns to the Detroit Lions, and he will be elevated to the active roster. He actually was signed to the active roster. So what does that tell me? That tells me, first of all, that these two teams have a fascination with Trinity Benson. That tells me that a wide receiver will most likely be out. Now, running back Craig Reynolds was placed on injured reserve. He hurt his ribs in last week's victory over the Green Bay Packers. So that means he's going to be out a minimum of 4 weeks. Now, that opened up a spot for them to have someone elevated to the active roster. Who do I think Trinity Benson is going to be playing for in the next maybe week or two? Wide receiver Josh Reynolds. Josh Reynolds has a hurt back, and he is probably going to miss this week's game at least. Now, we do have Tom Kennedy and Maurice Alexander. Those two gentlemen were on the practice squad, but because Trinity Benson has been elevated immediately to the active roster, that tells me that probably Josh Reynolds will be out. Trinity Benson was obviously not protected by the Denver Broncos practice squad, and we chose to bring him back. And I think the main reason we did that is because of the rapport that him and Jared Goff have. Now, I know we read during the offseason that Jared Goff didn't even invite him to work out with the rest of the wide receivers. But even if that is the case, Trinity Benson has some time and some familiarity with the system and with Jared Goff. And I think that's the main reason Trinity Benson returned. In 8 games last season, Trinity Benson had 10 receptions for 103 yards. He did not score any touchdowns last year for the Detroit Lions. And I think now we're really going to see what this guy can do. We never really got to see him thrive in a game. And I just got to believe that something good has to come out of this, because Trinity Benson just cannot leave this team. We just have this fascination with this man, and we keep bringing him back. It's almost like we don't want to let him go. So could he have a future with the Detroit Lions? If you look at the free agent pool for next year when it comes to wide receivers, there are not a ton of options that I would even want to take a flyer on next year. So let me know in the comments below, how do you feel about the return of Trinity Benson for the Detroit Lions? This thing has to be the weirdest thing I think I've seen. We were just talking about how he was a waste, but we do have a 6th round pick for him. So now we could he's back on the roster. We still have the pick. I'm telling you, this thing gets really, really crazy the more you think about it. And just a little brief update on Malcolm Rodriguez and Kirby Joseph. Both of them are day-to-day. Malcolm Rodriguez is day-to-day, and Kirby Joseph had a red shirt on, a non-contact in practice. And running back Jamal Williams did not practice today. I think he's going to be fine. He's a bruiser. He should be good to go in Sunday's game. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. My name is Derek. This is Detroit Lions Syndicate. Again, we are about 5 subscribers away from 6,200 subscribers. Getting there today would be fantastic. Also, don't forget to check out the brand new channel. It's about a month old now. Syndicate Sports Detroit, where we talk all things Detroit Lions. We have our shows Monday through Thursday. We'll have one this Friday due to the fact that I missed yesterday, where you can really let your frustration and your thoughts out, whatever you want to talk about the Detroit Lions and other Detroit sports as well. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself. And as always, go Lions.